Hey, what's going on, everybody? And the storm's coming. No, literally, I'm standing out here in front of my building where I work at, and the storm is literally coming. But also, a storm is coming. We've been talking about it, but people just have been like that stubborn donkey, like, no, I don't want to hear it. When it comes to what's going on, the gaming industry has changed and is continuing to change more into a digital era. And now game services are becoming a thing. You know, Netflix pretty much showed the blueprint on how to make streaming services when it comes to watching television and watching movies and the original programming that they supply and fund as well. Now, think about this. This is where I'm going with. Microsoft is already ahead of the curve. Nintendo also is picking up on this as well, surprisingly. But when it comes to hardware construction, they're still a little behind. But we know that already. But this is what's going on. So as everybody sit here and try to argue about who's going to appeal to the hardcore gamers, Sony, it's the same thing that keeps happening. The hardcore gamers are just very, very vocal, but they are a minority. It's always the same thing. It's always going to be this way, and it's going to continue going forth about the hardcore gaming industry. Because why are they moving away from that and they expanding? Because the hardcore gamers have become a niche market. They have become a niche number, unfortunately. There's nothing we can do about it. The casual gamer, the gamer that don't want to go to a store and buy games or don't have the time, they can look at something and they can just look, okay, even like I said it before, PlayStation and Microsoft got this feature where you can download their mobile apps, and if you configure your console right, you're able to download and purchase games while sitting at the table eating food on break at your job. And by the time you get home, you have your game downloaded and ready to go. I mean, the writing's on the wall. Look at GameStop. GameStop is pushing figures and memorabilia as driving their sales. Why? Because it has already started. So this is my problem I have with all this hoopla going on, talking about the PS5 is going to be to the hardcore gamers. The hardcore gamers ain't going to make the money. Okay? They definitely not going to make the money. At the end of the day, this is what it takes to stay in business. You know, don't be ignorant and think like, oh, your hardcore gaming money alone is, one, satisfactory to them, two, sustainable for them. It's not. It will never be that way. You got to look at it in a practical sense. Now, you don't have to accept everything that these companies put out there, but the industry's changing, and it's up to you to look for what you enjoy amongst the change and stick with that and fight for that, because the industry's changed. How many times do I have to say that? I know it's repetitive, but sometimes you have to just keep saying it to just drive it home. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing. So, like I said, you have to look for the things that you enjoy, the things that have high quality, and just gravitate to those things, because not everything they doing going forth is what we find satisfactory to anybody. If you claim to like everything that Sony puts out first party, you're a fucking idiot. And you're a fanboy. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but think about it. That sounds like you have no mind of your own. You're just there because you think giving a company all your goddamn money makes you dedicated and think Sony is going to show their appreciation. No, they're going to do what they want to do. I mean, the writing's been on the wall for like months now. They joined up with Microsoft's Azure technology so they can bring you better cloud gaming. But no, go ahead. Talk about Microsoft like they're the devil. No, they just do it first. And as I sit here and I just wait, all I have to do is just wait for the games I want for this current gen. And I plan on doing the same because I'm not ignorant. I know, and if I have Game Pass, you never know. If I can soup up my computer, I can run things from there too. But go ahead and keep thinking that consoles alone are what makes a company popular. PlayStation 4, most dominant of this generation when it comes to sales. 100 million plus sales. 2018, $2 billion profit. About $2 billion profit compared to who is arguably in third place making a $10 billion profit. So you can't really think about it like that. Because why? Say it with me again one more time. The industry has changed, but your sense of thinking hasn't. And this is why it annoys the fuck out of me when I hear people arguing about who's going to dominate what generation and think console sales alone are going to do it. Not going forth. Console selling massive amounts have peaked. Why? Because the prices have skyrocketed. Now, think about it. You want to, each generation console, electric, performance, electrical components, all that has to, by reputation, outdo the previous generation. Now, to squeeze so much into one box and still deem it affordable is becoming detrimental to a company's financial status. So, of course, eventually they're going to try to find a way to push their media in a more cost-effective manner. And streaming, Game Pass, and all of that is that future. PS Now, all of that is that future. And they revising that so that can work better because we all know PS Now is horrendous. It's god-awful the way it runs. I mean, I was looking at Code Veronica run on that and it looks like fucking shit. But go ahead. Think Sony is just going to stay the same for you. You're sadly mistaken. And while I'm pissed the fuck off that Microsoft did not put out games like they should have, they are changing. They already are ahead of the curve. And Nintendo, say what you want about them. I've been very vocal about Nintendo. Nintendo does what Nintendo wants to do, and then they fanboys think it's the fucking gospel. And that right there annoys me. So this is why I can say I collect all three, and I'm very selective on what I purchase. I've been finding myself purchasing a lot of pre-owned games from the past generation because not everything you're going to find streaming on their services. And sometimes you just want to have them in your own collection because they are super affordable right now. And why not? But that is going bye-bye too. Because GameStop is on its way out. I don't know how many years it got left. I don't know if it's going to survive. But when you go in there and you see more toys and figures than you see games, that should be warning your asses. But no. PS5 is going to appeal to the hardcore gamers. Well, good luck with that, Sony. But I digress. So, as usual, because I'm a Fury, I'm here, and now I'm out. Peace.